My girlfriend asked to date other people. I didn't stand in her way. But what came next changed everything. Can you imagine having your entire future, your whole life beautifully mapped out, only for one casual dinner conversation to ignite a fire that burns everything to the ground? Because for me, that innocent chat didn't just reveal a shocking betrayal, it unveiled a painful truth that ultimately led me to the real love I truly deserved. What the hell happened next? You're about to find out. You know that feeling when you just know you've got it all figured out? At 28, I was so convinced my relationship with Clara, who was 27, was rock solid. We'd been together for 3 incredible years, living together for 2, and honestly, everything felt perfect. I even caught myself, on lunch breaks, secretly browsing engagement ring styles. We were that couple, the one everyone looked at and said, "See? Love actually works." Our friends, our families, everyone adored us. Our Sunday morning pancakes, our park walks, even me pretending to watch her terrible reality shows while secretly gaming on my phone, it was our normal, and I absolutely loved it. Then came Tuesday dinner. I was mid-sandwich, barely even listening to Clara talk about some work project, when she just dropped it. "Hey," she said, without missing a beat, "what would you think about trying an open relationship?" My fork literally froze halfway to my mouth. I assumed I'd misheard her. But she kept talking, almost glowing, rattling on about how she'd been reading about it, how it could help us grow, strengthen our relationship. My immediate, gut-wrenching thought was, is there someone else? Because, let's be real, who just casually brings that up unless there's already someone in mind? She instantly got defensive. No, it's not about anyone else. It's about us exploring ourselves. You know, we're young. I don't want us to wake up in 10 years wondering what we missed out on. I just sat there, trying to process this, my mind racing. Had I missed something? Was she unhappy? Have you been feeling unhappy? I asked, desperation creeping into my voice. Not at all, she insisted, reaching across the table to squeeze my hand. I love you. I love us. This is about making our connection even stronger. My brain just shut down. My appetite vanished. The food in front of me might as well have been cardboard. But Clara. She was practically buzzing, talking animatedly about boundaries and communication. All I could think was, where is this even coming from? And then, I made what felt like the weakest decision of my life. Okay, I said. Just, okay. It wasn't because I wanted this or believed in it. It was the desperate plea in her eyes. The way she leaned in, practically begging for my approval. She had already decided. Saying no felt like slamming a door in her face, a door she desperately wanted open. Are you sure you're okay with this? She asked, her eyes wide and anxious, almost daring me to back out. I saw her true desperation, and in that moment, I knew something between us was fundamentally shifting. To understand what was happening, I felt like I had no choice but to play along. No, it's fine, I nodded, the words tasting like ash. If you think it'll be good for us, we can try it. I was entering something I didn't believe in, knowing deep down I was losing her. She lit up, thrilled. She started rattling off ideas about setting up dating profiles, how we'd notify each other of dates. She'd clearly thought this all through. How long, I wondered, had she been planning this? The rest of the night was a blur. We watched TV like usual, but my mind was a maelstrom. She cuddled into me on the couch, acting like nothing had changed, like she hadn't just torpedoed our entire relationship. I wanted to rewind time, to tell her I couldn't share her. But fear gripped me. Fear that if I said no, she'd leave anyway, or worse, do it behind my back. Lying in bed that night, I couldn't sleep. Clara slept soundly beside me while I stared at the ceiling, replaying every recent conversation, searching for clues, any sign. Was she bored? Was I not enough? Was there someone else already? I had no answers, only a churning pit in my stomach. Little did I know, this was just the beginning of the chaos. The next few weeks were a surreal nightmare. Clara actually asked me to help her pick photos for her Tinder and Bumble profiles. Me. I was taking pictures of my girlfriend to make her look good for other men. I even made my own profile, just to show I was trying, but my heart wasn't in it. Writing a bio felt fake, awkward. Asterisk, what do I even put? Looking for fun while dating my girlfriend. Asterisk, it just felt wrong. I told her I wasn't social, didn't have the time or energy to meet new people. Maybe she just expected me to pretend to date and keep me as her safe backup. Clara, though. She got matches almost instantly. Her beauty, her playful personality, it was obvious. What shocked me most was how quickly she actually met these guys. Within a week, she had 3 dates. 3. She'd show me their profiles like we were discussing celebrity gossip. Look at this one. He's a personal trainer at that fancy gym downtown. We're getting coffee tomorrow. I'd nod, feigning normalcy, my stomach turning. The first time she got dressed for a date, it was like a punch to the gut. She'd bought new clothes, black dresses I'd never seen her wear. She spent an hour on her makeup. She twirled as she left our bedroom. How do I look? Great, I choked out, knowing that dress probably cost more than we spent on our actual date nights. She came home late that night, giggling. I pretended to be asleep, but I heard her texting for an hour. The next morning, she hummed while making coffee, acting like everything was wonderful. I watched her schedule fill up: coffee with a gym guy Monday, dinner with a lawyer Wednesday, drinks with a food truck owner Friday. The variety was, I guess, intriguing. She always came home looking like she'd had the time of her life. I found myself checking the Instagram location she tagged. Not my proudest moment, but I was desperate for some truth. One night, I even drove past the restaurant where she said she was eating. There she was, at the bar, cracking up with a tall, suit-clad man. She held his arm, looking at him the way she used to look at me. The distance between us grew immense. Her change at home was even worse. Less time with me. No more cuddling. Constant texting. Our sacred Sunday pancake ritual. Gone. Meeting the girls. For brunch, she'd say. Don't you think you're going on a lot of dates? I asked casually one evening. She looked at me like I was an idiot. That's the whole point of an open relationship, isn't it? To meet new people and have experiences. You should try it too. I can even help you with your profile. But I didn't want profile help. I wanted my girlfriend back. The one who loved ordering pizza and watching cheesy movies with me. Not this new version who always dressed up and left. One night, as she was getting ready for what felt like her 6th or 7th date, I just couldn't stand it anymore. I walked out, needing to clear my head, and ended up at a quiet picnic spot. I sat there for 2 hours, watching everything fall apart. My phone buzzed. A message from Clara: hope you're okay. Don't wait up. Having such a great time. Each message was a fresh twist of the knife. The next day, she tried to tell me all about her hilarious date, the great new restaurant. I just stood up and left the room. She followed, bewildered. I thought you were okay with this, she asked, genuinely shocked. Yeah, maybe I'm not, I replied. She shrugged. But you could be dating too. You're choosing to stay home and be miserable. That's when it hit me. She just didn't get it. She didn't understand that I didn't want additional dates. I wanted her old self, the one who liked our boring, normal existence together. 3 weeks. 3 weeks of watching her dress up for other guys. 3 weeks of lying awake, wondering where she was, who she was with, what she was doing. My thoughts were a mess. I kept waiting for her to wake up, to realize how ridiculous this was, what she was throwing away. But she never did. She moved through it with unapologetic pride, like she'd unlocked some higher level of dating that we mere mortals couldn't comprehend. The worst part was, I couldn't understand why. Why burn it all down? Why say we didn't have enough? It finally clicked. This was unfixable. There was no going back. The end was irreversible. And for once, I wasn't sure I cared. The thought of her living her life carefree while I was drowning in misery ignited something in me. I wanted her to regret everything. To show her what she'd thrown away. I had no plan yet, but I knew I wouldn't suffer while she had fun. I needed to talk to someone who would understand how messed up this all was. That's when Lily started visiting more often. Lily, Clara's best friend since freshman year of college. She was the one who came to our movie nights, helped us move furniture, brought soup when one of us was sick. One of those genuinely good people who just make everyone feel heard and important. She's a kindergarten teacher, and it totally suits her. I'd always seen her as Clara's friend. Pretty, long brown hair, green eyes, always smiling. I'd definitely put her in the friend zone. Plus, she'd dated David for 2 years, though they'd split a few months ago. She first came over after Clara started her open relationship, to borrow mixing bowls for a birthday cake. Clara was out with some new guy, and Lily sensed something was off with me. "You look terrible," she said directly. "What's going on?" I hadn't intended to tell her everything, but it just poured out. How Clara had announced the open relationship, how she was practically dating a new guy every night. How crazy I felt watching it all. Lily sat and listened. Truly listened, not just waiting for her turn to speak. When I finished, she shook her head. "That's not an open relationship," she said quietly. "That's just Clara doing whatever she wants without caring how it affects you." Something about hearing it from someone else made me feel less insane. After that, Lily started visiting more often. Usually when Clara was out. We'd watch movies, order takeout, just hang out and talk. It was nice having someone who understood what I was going through. One night, after a month of Clara exploring, Lily seemed particularly concerned. I saw her fiddle with her jewelry, a telltale sign. She was anxious. "I need to tell you something," she whispered from across the couch, "and it might make things weird, but I can't keep pretending." My stomach did a weird flip. Maybe deep down, I knew what was coming. "I've had feelings for you for a long time," she confessed, twisting her hands together, like, since before you and Clara even got together. "But you were with her, and she's my best friend, so I never said anything. I started dating David, hoping it would help me get over it, but..." She trailed off. I just sat there, stunned. Lily. Kind, funny, lovely Lily. Had feelings for me. How could I have missed that? She was the one who helped me pick out thoughtful gifts for Clara, while Clara was now undecided about a meaningful relationship with me. Clara rarely texted to check in, but Lily had made me homemade chicken soup when I was sick. I'd been blind all this time. "You don't have to say anything," she said hurriedly. "I just needed you to know. Watching Clara treat you like this, seeing how much it's hurting you, it's been killing me. You deserve better than this." I really looked at her then, her eyes shining, in that simple green sweater, her hair in a messy bun that somehow made her even prettier. I was baffled by how I hadn't noticed her before. But Clara's actions still haunted me. She believed I'd wait like a devoted idiot while she paraded around with multiple guys, like I was just a safety net for when she got bored. That was her biggest mistake. She was out there doing whatever she wanted, assuming I'd be there when she returned. Nope. That chapter was over for me. I no longer played by her rules. This was personal. I was shooting my shot. I took a deep breath, feeling that shift. That moment when I took charge. "Lily," I said, surprised by how steady my voice sounded. She edged closer on the couch. "I know this is complicated. I know I'm probably making everything worse by telling you this, but seeing you so unhappy these past few weeks, I just couldn't stay quiet anymore." She leaned in, and she kissed me. I should have stopped. I should have thought about Clara, about our friendship, about how messy this would be. But I kissed her back. It wasn't just a kiss. We slept together. This was different. Lily noticed me. She liked me. She asked what I was thinking, cared about my feelings. Later, lying in the dark, I processed it all. This had gone far. Everything had changed. Knowing I'd slept with my girlfriend's best friend, it should have felt like crossing a line. But all I could think about was how good it felt. This was no meaningless rebound, no impetuous mistake. She turned, raising herself on her elbow, looking at me. "What are we going to do?" she asked quietly but steadily. Staring at the ceiling, I sighed. I should have felt guilt, conflict, everything. Instead, after weeks of choking in Clara's wreckage, I could breathe. "I don't know," I admitted. Lily paused, then asked, "I don't regret it. Do you? That insane thing?" I didn't, not even briefly. I saw things clearly for the first time since this open relationship tragedy began. Our demise wasn't my fault. I hadn't broken trust. Maybe I deserved someone who wanted me, just me. "Clara is going to lose it when she finds out," I remarked. "Probably," Lily said. "But isn't it funny how she thinks it's perfectly fine for her to date other people, but the idea of you doing the same would drive her crazy?" It was her point exactly. And then I thought, maybe Clara should get a taste of her own medicine. I didn't tell Clara about Lily immediately. A part of me, a petty part, I'll admit, wanted to watch her reaction to hints first. After seeing her parade around with different guys for weeks, I thought she deserved it. After Lily left, Clara returned from staying at Sarah's place. She chatted about her girls' night while pouring coffee. I dropped the first hint. "Oh, Lily stopped by last night," I said casually. "We had a really good talk." Clara's coffee pot grasp froze. "Lily was here." "Yeah, we hung out for a while. She's really easy to talk to, you know." Clara dropped her coffee mug, spilling some on the counter. "What did you guys talk about?" "Just stuff," I shrugged. "Life, relationships, feelings." It was nice. Her expression was priceless. Her next hour was spent frantically texting someone, probably trying to get details from Lily, while pretending to watch TV with me. She kept glancing at me, trying to piece together what had happened. Over the next 3 days, I mentioned Lily more, how hilarious she was, her genuine understanding, how we texted. Clara always had this tight, strained look, like she was trying not to react but couldn't. One morning, when I smiled at my phone while emailing Lily, Clara practically leaped across the couch. "Who are you texting?" she demanded, failing spectacularly at casualness. "Just Lily," I said. "She's really into this new show I recommended." Clara tried to grin, but it looked like anguish. "You guys have been talking a lot lately." "Yeah, she's great to talk to. Really gets me, you know." Clara started checking my phone when I left it sitting around. She thought she was being sneaky, but I caught her browsing my texts when I was in the bathroom or kitchen. The amusing part? I'd removed all Lily-related evidence, but I'd left enough pleasant, innocuous texts to make her suspicious and just a little insane. Clara even started appearing at my known locations. I'd mentioned getting coffee at a cafe near work, and she'd just show up, or she'd arrive an hour after I said I was meeting friends at a bar, claiming she was in the neighborhood. The best part? Her own dates started getting cancelled. She suddenly came home more, wanted to watch movies, cook dinner together. It was like watching someone mark their territory without actually acknowledging it. Finally, after many attempts to get closer, which I always subtly blocked, she just came out with it. Are you seeing someone else? Isn't that kind of the point of an open relationship? I asked. To see other people. Yeah, but who is it? Is it Lily? Are you sleeping with Lily? I only answered, I thought we weren't supposed to share details about our other partners. Isn't that what you said when I asked about your dates? Clara faltered. Her eyes widened. She probably thought back to my Instagram followers, likes, online interactions. She'd obsessively read Lily's social media posts. Lily's coffee shop selfie was the final blow. A coffee establishment where I have my morning coffee. Clara rang me immediately. Are you with Lily right now? Clara, I'm at work. But you always get coffee at that place in the morning. Did you meet her there? I let her panic, then said, that coffee shop has like 1,000 customers every day. People can go to the same coffee shop without it meaning anything. Clara wasn't convinced. After weeks of arriving home late from her dates and never telling me who she was with, she now demanded to know my every move, who I saw, what I did. Lily laughed when I told her about Clara's behavior. We met discreetly at her house so Clara wouldn't see us, and all my doubts about getting involved with her vanished. I felt completely justified. She really can't handle not being in control, can she? Lily asked one night while we sat on her couch. Nope, I said. And the best part? She can't even complain about it without admitting she never actually wanted an open relationship. She just wanted permission to cheat. Clara switched tactics one night at home. She dropped a bomb that changed everything. I think we should close the relationship again, she said, sitting on our couch, looking serious and anxious. I think we've explored enough, she murmured, taking my hand. We could go back to how things were before. Just you and me. The same person who had been dating randomly for weeks was now sitting there, acting like she was doing me a favor. It made me laugh. A hollow, bitter sound. Just you and me. Like the past few weeks never happened. Well, yeah, she answered, confused by my response. Isn't that what you wanted? You haven't seemed happy with the open relationship. I quit playing games then. You're right. I haven't been happy watching my girlfriend go on dates with a new guy every other night while barely acknowledging my existence. Her face did this odd thing where she wanted to look empathetic but utterly failed. I know it was hard for you, but that's why I'm saying we should close things up again. We can work on ourselves. Work on us. Work on us, I repeated, my voice dripping with sarcasm. Like how you've been working on getting to know half the guys in this city. That's not fair, she defended. You agreed to the open relationship. You could have been dating too. Oh, I have been, I responded, watching her expression. I've been seeing someone. Clara paled, a sickly white. Really? What? Who? Does it matter? I asked. Isn't that what you wanted? Both of us exploring and having new experiences. She leaped from the couch. Of course it matters. Who the hell is it? How long? Her eyes widened. It's Lily. Isn't it? I just sat there, letting her squirm. She ran her hands through her hair and paced our living room. It is Lily, isn't it? That's why you've been talking about her so much. That's why she's been avoiding my calls. My best friend, she cried. Really funny how you're allowed to sleep with whoever you want. But the moment I do the same, it's a problem. But it's Lily, she shouted. She's my best friend. You can't sleep with my best friend. Standing, I looked her dead in the eye. Actually, I can. And I did. Clara reeled. She looked at me like she couldn't believe what she heard. What did you just say? I slept with Lily. Multiple times, actually. And you know what? It was great. She actually cares about my feelings, which is more than I can say for you lately. Clara's face twisted from disbelief to pure wrath in 2 seconds. You're lying. Lily would never do that to me. Really? Because she did. I watched realization dawn on her face. Want to know what else? She's had feelings for me for years. Even when she was dating David, she was thinking about me. You're lying to hurt me. Clara shrieked, but I saw doubt flicker in her eyes. I'm not. Remember last Thursday? I pressed. When you were out with that startup guy. Lily came over. We talked for hours. Then we slept together. She sees me as a person, not just some backup plan waiting at home while you live your best life. Clara pulled out her phone, likely to call Lily. Asterisk not believing me. Check your texts with her. Notice her recent distance, her unresponsiveness. That's why, asterisk she scrolled frantically, possibly seeing Lily's ignored messages and short replies in a new, horrifying light. This can't be happening, she whimpered. This isn't how this was supposed to go. Really? How should it go? You party with other guys while I stay home as the loyal boyfriend? Was it impossible that I would find someone else? Not Lily. No, Lily, she shouted. Do you hurt? I asked, my voice dangerously low. How much have you wounded me? Did you ever consider how it felt to watch you dress up for other guys, come home late smelling like someone else's cologne, and barely look at me? That was different, she protested. Those guys didn't mean anything. That doesn't improve it. I snapped. While you had meaningless hookups, I developed serious affections for someone. Real feelings, Clara. True sentiments. Lily and I go beyond physical. We chat. We chuckle. We really care about each other. When was the last time we talked about something other than your dating life or new experiences? Clara slumped, defeated, onto the couch. What are you saying? She whispered. That I want to be with Lily. This open relationship situation revealed my true desires. This person doesn't ignore me. Then she cried. Big, dramatic sobs. It would have worked on me a month ago, but all I could think about was how she hadn't cried over how much she'd wounded me. We can fix this, she sobbed. We can go back to how things were. We can't, I said, shaking my head. Because now I know what it's like to be valued. I won't settle for less. Clara did something unexpected. Then she stormed out, keys in hand. I'm going to Lily's place to sort this out once and for all. She slammed the door. So, I grabbed my phone to warn Lily. She's coming, I texted. Let her come, Lily replied. Lily's always been serene. Nothing shakes her. I offered to come over to support her. No, Lily responded. I need to handle this. She's been my best friend for 10 years. I owe her that much. I spent the next hour pacing around our apartment, checking my phone every 2 minutes. The air felt thick, heavy, like before a storm. Finally, Lily called. She came screaming, Lily said, her voice shaky. My neighbors undoubtedly heard everything. She kept screaming about how I betrayed her, was a bad friend, and planned this. What did you say? I asked. I told her the truth, Lily replied. That I had feelings for you for years, but never acted on them because she was my friend. But watching her treat you like garbage these last few weeks made me realize she never deserved us. Our relationship wasn't intended, but I don't regret it. Clara didn't like that. Lily continued. She tried to force her way into my apartment, saying she needed to see you, whether you were there. She accused me of hiding you when I blocked the door. She's completely lost it, Lily added. She listed all the random occasions we hung out to illustrate we'd been sneaking around for months. She even mentioned your couch moving help last year, like when she was too busy working to help. She thought any encounter with you and me was evidence of an affair. Me bringing you soup when you had the flu. A cover for hooking up. Our group movie nights. Just an opportunity to get close. She began crying, Lily said, like sliding down my doorframe crying. Claimed she never intended this. My neighbor checked on me. It was humiliating. After Mrs. Chun threatened to call the police over the disturbance, Clara left. She told me she'd ruined everything and would never forgive me. Clara returned to our house 20 minutes after my call with Lily. She looked awful. She entered and saw me sending Lily updates on my phone, and she just lost it. Are you texting her now? Planning your next gathering? Since when have you two laughed at me behind my back? Clara, no one's laughing at you. You harmed yourself. I did nothing. I suggested an open relationship to strengthen us, she cried, tossing her purse across the room. I never told you to sleep with my best friend. No, I said calmly. You just wanted permission to sleep with whoever you wanted while keeping me as your backup plan. She grabbed our photos and gifts and started putting them in a box. I'm staying with Sarah, my true friend, someone who wouldn't backstab me. Fine by me, I added. Take whatever you want. That paused her. Asterisk just that. Not even try to stop me, asterisk, why would I? I asked. You made it clear that you value something other than me or our relationship. She stopped packing and sat on the couch, visibly shrinking. I believed you would always be there, she whispered. That no matter who I dated, you'd be there when I settled down. The truth finally emerged. She experimented without me, but I was her backup plan. Her guaranteed happy ending. Well, you guessed wrong, I informed her. I'm not a puppy waiting by the door while you have fun. I have emotions. I deserve more than second place. But you were my second pick. I adore you. No, Clara, I said, my voice firm. You adore having me around when convenient. There's a difference. Her wailing resumed, but I didn't feel anything. Not wanting to soothe her. Not guilty. Nothing. Just emptiness. I'll get the rest of my stuff tomorrow, she mumbled, picking up her box. I can't be here right now. After she departed, I called Lily. Just hearing her voice calmed me. That night, we chatted about Clara, about ourselves, and about the future for hours. Some of their mutual friends were already taking sides, with most dubbing Lily a backstabber without knowing the full tale. I don't care, she said. Think what you want. I know reality. In my half-empty apartment, I noticed Clara's stuff was gone. I felt relieved, like I could breathe again. I urged Lily, come over. Stay with me. Yes, she agreed. I was done caring. The next morning, Clara came to pick up her items. She brought Sarah and 2 other unfamiliar friends. Clara had told them her side of the story, so they looked at me like I was the bad guy while helping her pack. I bought your Xbox for your birthday, she remarked, unplugging it. Fine, take it, I said. I didn't care anymore. Lily arrived halfway through packing, reading between the lines when I texted her about coffee. Clara's friends whispered when Lily entered, but Lily ignored them and offered me my coffee. Really? You'd flaunt this? Clara snapped. Nobody's flaunting anything, Lily remarked calmly. I'm just here to support my boyfriend. Neither of us had used that word before. Clara looked like she'd been slapped. Packing got faster after that. Clara's companions rushed around gathering belongings, likely to get her out before another meltdown. After finishing, Clara stood in the doorway. "I really loved you," she whispered. "No," I said. "You liked having me on call. There's a difference." Lily helped tidy up after they departed. "You okay?" she questioned, watching me put Clara's last few items in a donation box. "Yeah," I replied. "First time in a month, I am." 2 weeks later, life has completely changed for the better. Lily and I are doing things right, slowly. We had coffee at Clara's favorite restaurant last weekend and saw some mutual friends who completely ignored us. Lily just smiled and squeezed my hand. Clara continues to tell everyone how I cheated, how Lily betrayed her, and how we always desired each other. Some believe her, but the important people don't. Lily brought over her kindergarten artwork to decorate my fridge yesterday. "It was too empty," she said. "I noticed something in those crayon drawings. This is my wish, someone who notices details. Who cares about warming my place? Who brings me coffee because I didn't answer her text, busy grading her class papers while we watched her new favorite mystery show? Simple. Normal. Real." Looking back, Clara's open relationship suggestion was almost helpful. Not because it was a good idea, but because it revealed my ideal companion. Someone who picks me first, not just when it's convenient. The thing about life. Sometimes the worst choices can lead to the best places. For me, they led me straight to the proper person. She was always there. Lily's actually reading this over my shoulder, chuckling at my description of her. She's constantly happy, by the way. She says hello. So, I've shared my story with you. It was a wild ride, and incredibly painful for a long time. What do you guys think? Have you ever had to choose between a comfortable lie and a painful truth that ultimately led you to something real? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below.